everybody. Welcome back to Happily Booked, the bookcast where two kindred spirits believe that the pursuit of happiness is the same thing as reading a good book and sometimes talking about it. We're your hostesses, Brooke and
Beck.
And welcome back. This is my wand. Anyway, okay. And yes, everybody, I made this sweater.
Isn't it gorgeous?
This is the first sweater I ever made. It's a little off. I was actually thinking about it today because I was like, you know what? They go with the pants that I'm wearing a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'll just wear this as like my hoodie, you know, because it's cold.
It's cold.
It's cold here. And so I put it on and I was like, well, if I were to redo this sweater, I know a few things I'd do differently. So anyway, it's very warm though. It's a wool sweater. So it's like I only need to wear it for a little bit because it's very warm. I made it originally, I called it my Colorado sweater, and so I made it for I think it was the second time I went to Colorado. I wanted to wear it. Mm-hmm. And this color, the white or off-white with the colors in it, is called Colorado. And then this color is called cinnamon. And I thought they go so well together.
They do.
Anyway, enough about me, more about you. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Do you have any hauls?
Do I have any hauls? Let me think about this.
I'm so tired.
No, I don't have any hauls.
That's cool. That's valid. Yeah, I mean,
my dryer broke though, so if anyone wants to buy me a new dryer,
you need a dryer?
I'll take it.
I don't know if we have a dryer, but we have something, and I think it's an operation. I'll have to ask Austin. So, no, like an extra one. You can't have my dryer.
No, I wouldn't ask for your dryer.
I know.
I was laughing at you said, but I have something.
Yeah, I don't remember if it's a washer and a dryer. It's two things. I don't remember if it's a washer and a dryer or if it's a washer and a washer or something. Why would we have that? I don't know. I know, and because I know I'm wrong about a lot of things, I don't like to ever put out 100% confident information if I think there could be a chance that I am incorrect, which is why I always sound like a nincompoop. Because I don't want to be lying, because I know what happens to liars.
I know a song about that.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. We'll rendezvous. I also have some pans you should look at if you need more pans.
I was going to steal that one on your...
You can't have that one. That's my new pan.
I knew that was new.
That's a brand new... Yeah, that's my 4-cup fried egg pan. It's the best thing on the planet.
That's amazing.
We've had it for like 3 days, and I'm like, this is the best pan ever. And I think Austin was wondering what we were going to do if we, say we only wanted 3 fried eggs, but you don't want the heat to be just building in the one that doesn't have something. And so I think he was concerned. And then I sent him a picture this morning, and I had 2 sausages and then 2 eggs. And he was like, didn't even think about that. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. Anyway.
That's funny.
We've been eating a lot of fried eggs.
That's funny.
I don't even remember. They're so good. I don't like them to be runny.
Eggs.
Yeah.
I don't like them runny either.
Austin likes them a little bit runny, and I'm like, that's disgusting.
My friend Ashley, I love her. She's the one who lives in Auburn that we stayed with to go watch the Auburn game. We went out to, I think it was Waffle House one time.
Love Waffle House.
And she had grits and eggs and toast. That girl popped her egg yolk and let it run, and then was dipping her toast in it and mixing her grits. And I'm like, Ashley, that's disgusting.
You're in public. This is so gross. Yeah, Austin's like one of those people who, like, if you go to like a specialty burger restaurant, he's gonna get the breakfast one that has like the runny egg on it and stuff. And I'm like, you're not a human. Like, what is wrong with you? I like mine. I just tell him I like mine to be like a boiled egg, but fried and hard to cut.
Yeah.
So
yeah, don't even get me started on the boiled eggs that are like not hard boiled.
Oh yeah.
I forget what it's called, where they barely boil it and they put it in the little cup and then you crack the top and you. No, that's disgusting. Sorry to all you British people, because I'm pretty sure
I was
that's
like,
a British
I feel like
thing.
that's a British thing, but I don't know. But I think anyway.
Don't hate me, please. Still
that
love
makes
me.
so much more sense, because okay, this is a tangent. This is just a tangent. In the newest version of Death on the Nile,
Yeah.
with Mr. Hercule Poirot,
Yes.
before he gets, I think it was an invite to go on the ship or on the boat on the Nile, it opens up in, I think it's in Egypt or something, but he's eating his breakfast, but I thought they looked like normal eggs in cups, and he was like looking at them and stuff, and he's just comparing them because he's finicky or whatever, particular about some things. And oops, hello,
Was that you?
yeah, sorry, there's a little trash can underneath the table. And I've always seen those eggs in cups, and I'm like, do people, what, you just put an egg in a cup? I don't understand. That makes a lot more sense though. That it's like semi-cooked at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to eat it like that, but to each their own. Anyway, why were we talking about that? Okay, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Pans, forgive me. You have 3 chickens?
Yes.
Okay. Because I know you started with 4.
Yes.
Yeah, and it'd be like that sometimes, because now I have 7. I started with 10. We're going to get more of those soon, and I'm so excited. I want 20. Not 20 extra, but a total of 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know. You have a lot of eggs?
I have so many eggs.
Good.
And the girls don't eat them like that.
Yeah.
And I can eat something for like 2 or 3 weeks straight, and then I'm done for a while.
Right.
And have to move on to something different.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I keep forgetting to give Adam these eggs I have collected for him.
Okay.
And I'm like, they're going to go bad before I remember to take him these eggs. I already took him 1 dozen, and he loved them. And actually, his cat loved them too.
Mm-hmm.
And
my cats think they're too good for eggs.
My cats do as well. Stupid animals. But he has a good cat who will eat them. And I just have to remember to, what if they spoil before I get them over there?
How long has it been? Are you refrigerating them? Or?
No, they're on the counter like the chicken eggs.
And not washed?
No, not washed.
Maybe for a while, at least a month.
Yeah, it's probably been close.
I also saw something on Instagram where a lady said if you store them upside down on the counter unwashed, they last even longer.
That's interesting. How do you know what's upside down?
Like the pointy end down.
end?
Yeah, skinny end. Yeah. But yeah, we got to a point where we're eating eggs like every day now.
Mm-hmm.
So, because now that Stetson's eating food, I'm like, here's an egg.
Yeah.
We have eggs. Eat eggs.
Ella used to eat them when she was little, but she won't really eat them now unless they're boiled. Speaking of, did I tell you that the chickens and ducks were fighting over who was going to sit on the eggs?
That's so funny.
I
mean, that's probably really annoying for you, but that's really funny.
So now there's 2 laying boxes, and every time I go out there, there's a duck in one and a chicken in the other. And I actually have 6 laying boxes, but I'm not collecting any eggs right now. So all the eggs that I have have been collected since before. The duck is very, like, you know how you can reach under your chickens and take their eggs?
Can't do that.
You cannot do that with the duck.
And put like a heavy glove on.
No, she'll run away, but she makes so much noise, like she's angry that you're coming over there.
Are you gonna get ducklings?
I don't know, because actually the chicken is sitting on the duck eggs and the duck is sitting on chicken eggs, but I can't get the chicken eggs because she's so mad that I'm over there.
That is
like,
so funny.
I'm like, the chicken is gonna think the ducks are hers. Who's gonna teach the ducks how to swim? I don't know what's happening. So
that's so funny.
If any ducks hatch, I'm gonna have to probably take them inside.
Yeah.
And raise them inside. But I don't know if they're gonna. My sister said she was never lucky with having any ducks hatch. So I don't know.
Well, if you get ducklings that you want to get rid of,
oh yeah, I'll let you know.
I'll take a couple. So that's cool. So you were gonna give Adam? Have you been giving Adam like a mixture of chicken and duck eggs?
The first time I did, but I think I'm just gonna give him duck eggs because he enjoyed them.
Okay.
He just fries them. He likes fried eggs, and like I said, the cat was eating some. So
Yeah.
his cat's picky about food, and his mom bought cat food for the cat because it was, you know how it gets like when you're close to the end of your paycheck and you're trying to not buy anything until you get paid again.
You're trying to like,
yeah,
pick your priorities.
Yeah, and he ran out of cat food, so his mom was like, "I'll just buy you some cat food."
Yeah.
And so he said, "Okay, thanks, Mom." And his cat won't eat it.
Prissy cat.
And he thought that he thought his cat was dying because he wasn't eating, but he's eating the duck eggs.
That is so funny. One time we ran out of dog food, and it was like, I didn't want to go get more, and like you said, it was like, we don't really. I could wait a day or two to get more dog food because of money or whatever. Our dog food's a little pricey because Ranger will get sick easily. He gets an upset stomach, so it's like a different recipe. And so, which is, I say that and it's funny because then we give them scrambled eggs if we're out of dog food,
right?
And they love it, and it's totally safe in case anybody's not sure. Totally safe for the cats too. Yeah, but my cats just think they're better than everyone, I guess. But yeah, so if you're ever out of dog food, just give them eggs. If you have eggs. I know that's a tricky
eggs and they
tricky subject right now.
Dogs like peas.
What was that?
Was that you? Oh, you kicked the lid off.
I'm getting excited over here. Whoops.
Anyway.
Yeah. You've seen like all the memes where people are like, everybody's freaking out because they don't have eggs. Eggs are up like super expensive, and then like the scene from like Twilight or one of the Twilight movies where he's like standing over everyone, people who have their own chickens or ducks, and it's just so funny. And then the other day when that really bad storm came through, we lost power, and it was fine. It happened in the middle of the night. I mean, it wasn't fine. Like Stetson woke up crying. It was a whole thing, Yeah. But after like everyone, we all were able to get back to sleep for like an hour because we were still going to church.
Right.
Still not a valid reason for us to not go to church. So
right.
We were still going to go. And Austin then hooked up a generator that we have for his trailer for drifting. He drug it all the way over here to the house and hooked it up to the house, and it came on. And so we had power for making breakfast.
Yeah.
And it was just so funny. We were sitting there, and then we had, our breakfast. We had eggs, bacon, toast, and we were sitting there, and I was like, man, we're sitting like royalty right now. I said, we've got electricity and eggs. It's amazing. Count your blessings.
My mom was mad that my dad woke her up to go downstairs. And
he doesn't want you to die.
Right. And then he goes, okay, well, I guess you can, since the storm has passed, you can get a little bit of sleep. She goes, I have to get up in an hour.
That was me. I was like, I was so upset that,
I'm sorry.
ma'am, that Stetson, he was just he was having such a hard time. There's a thing on his crib that makes like white noise and has little lights on it, and that helps. But if he wakes up in the middle of the night and I go in there and get him, it's like a whole nother thing. Like I've got to, change his diaper if it's too bad, or give him a new bottle, rock him. It's like a whole thing. If I don't go in there and he manages to fall back asleep, it's fine. But once he sees me, because for some reason he likes me.
I don't know why he would like you.
I'm not sure. And so it's a whole thing. So he took so long to finally like go back. It felt like so long. I think it was really only like 2 hours, which is not as bad as it could have been. But to me it felt bad. I had only had like 2 hours at that point.
Right.
And he finally went back to sleep, and I was like, a monster, because I become that way when I'm don't get my beauty sleep. And I laid on the couch because the baby monitors weren't working because they need power. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't hear him if he did wake up again and cry. And then I was just laying on the couch. I was so comfy. And then my alarm goes off. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. But it's fine. Everyone's fine. We all have power. We have eggs.
Life's good.
Life's good. So it's all good. I was like, Austin, worst case scenario, we just got to keep the chickens good and we'll always have something to eat. So, I mean, it might be eggs forever, but...
Hey, beggars can't be choosers.
Honestly. So, anyway, I can't wait to get more chickens. Yeah, so that's all we have to talk about today. I'm just kidding. Okay, I guess
I see your stack over there.
What are you talking about? I guess I do have a little bit of a haul. I'm going to haul a couple things. And no, I don't have the Kindle Color Soft yet. I want one.
Should have worn a different jacket.
Are you hot now? Oh. She found that at Goodwill. So this is called One Day by David Nichols. Sorry.
And I feel like I need to blow my nose.
It's this freaking chilly weather, man.
It would be very inappropriate on our podcast for me to just blow my nose.
Especially without a tissue or anything. Use your jacket. Okay. And it really just reminds me of one of my favorite movies that I feel like a lot of people have not even watched. And it's called About Time. And that movie is so good. But so if you've seen the movie, you might see how this sort of reminds you of it. But this says, it's 1988, and Dexter Mayhew and Emma Morley have only just met. But after only one day together, they cannot stop thinking about one another. Over 20 years, snapshots of that relationship are revealed on the same day, July 15th of each year. They face squabbles and fights, hopes and missed opportunities. Can you stop doing this? I can't see. Oh, laughters and tears. Dex and Em must come to grips with the nature of love and life itself. As the years go by, the true meaning of this one crucial day is revealed. And it also says, 2 people, 1 day, 20 years. And it just has a very sort of mysterious vibe about it. But like, it's not a mystery. I think it's just a contemporary romance or something. And I like it a lot. Well, I like the synopsis a lot. I'm interested in it. I haven't read it, so I can't say I like it. It's 449 pages, in case you're wondering, and it's published in 2010. But yeah, it seems like it'll be fun. It seems I didn't mean to do that. Seems like
there's more.
Seems like that kind of story that's going to like span their relationship throughout their whole life. And it's going to be sweet. It's going to be heartbreaking,
so.
Like
I don't want it to be like after 20 years they decide to break up.
They don't like each other. But it just seems like you're going to follow them in their life, and for some reason that just sounds really inviting to me. Now, I don't want to say right now because I'm just like all over the place when I feel like reading something. I might not even read this within this year. Who knows? But I think it was on sale for like $2.99 or something. So
oh wow!
I was like, well, fine.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I'll get it. But that many books on here. What I don't like about Kindle, well, I like it, but I don't like it. And in this instant, I don't like it. Is that they do work with Audible, and I don't even have an Audible account anymore. But if I take away my search filter of like just books or just Kindle Unlimited, everything pops up. Oh. Everything from Audible that I've like already listened to, and all the books I have listened to or read, which I know I can click read or unread, but I struggle sometimes. And so it's just you have to scroll through a lot, and it's kind of slow just because.
My favorite thing about the Kindle and the Audible being connected was when I read
hold on, we'll get there.
Our book club. Our book club book.
Which one?
That's
the problem. Goblin.
You like that as I knew it started with a G?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say Goblin, but I was like, we've read other things. Like it could have been something else.
When we read Goblin, I listened to some of it on Audible and was I had read some on Kindle, And of course, I also had the physical book. But at that point, when I was trying to crash course it,
not 3 copies.
it was syncing what I had listened to and what I had read, and I was like, "Thank you."
Faith had, I guess, recently discovered that. More recently, it's been a while now. But when she found that out, she was like, "That's amazing!
It's a game changer."
Yeah,
Like,
which it really is very handy. And then unless you get rid of your Audible, then it's like
because if you're physically reading a book, obviously you can't sync that with Audible,
right?
So
Not that quick and easy.
No,
at least. So this is called How It Unfolds. It is the first of 6 short stories in a short story collection on Kindle. And it is the short story collection is called The Far Reaches Collection. It's another sci-fi collection. I'm really dipping my feet into, not my toes, my feet into sci-fi right now. So this is the first one, and this one's only 38 pages. It's probably, I think on the actual Kindle app, when you're going through the store, I think it says it's like an hour read at most, but of course that varies. The synopsis says, an astronaut's interstellar mission is a personal is a personal journey of 1,000 second chances in an exhilarating short story by James S.A. Corey, the New York Times bestselling author of the Expanse series. Roy Court and his crew are taking the trip of a lifetime, several lifetimes in fact, duplicated and dispatched across the galaxy searching for Earth-like planets, many possibilities for the future. Yet for Roy, no matter how many of him there are, there's still just one painful, unchangeable past. In what world can a broken relationship be reborn? The universe is so vast, there's always room for hope. James S.A. Corey's How It Unfolds is part of the Far Reaches collection. The Far Reaches, a collection of science fiction stories that stretch the imagination and open the heart. They can be read or listened to in one sitting. That's how they get you. They're like, people want one sitting. They want an hour read.
Yeah.
So that's why they even said that. But this is just on Audible or Kindle. You can't get it anywhere else. So which is where a lot of these short story collections are coming from. Obviously, because I'm reading them on Kindle.
Right.
But so I'm excited to start this this other short story sci-fi collection on Kindle and see how it goes. That's on my Kindle haul. Kindle haul. One day I'll actually haul a Kindle. This, look at that cover.
Nice. I was looking at that.
Isn't that a fascinating... Where's the camera? Oh, there we go. Isn't that a fascinating cover? All the plant life and the colors. It's kind of ominous, the way the colors kind of all blend together, but... And then... it actually reminds me a lot of that series by Jeff Vandermeer. Starts with Annihilation. The Southern Reach trilogy, which I read. And at the time I read that, I thought maybe it was smarter than me, and that's why I didn't like it. But I think maybe if I read it now, which he actually just wrote a 4th one, so I might revisit that series and see how I feel. Anyway, so this is called A Registry of My Passage Upon the Earth. So it's very short, as you can see. Only 225 pages it looks. It is, I didn't realize, but technically a short story collection. And where's the synopsis? There it is on the back, where it always is. And I believe it's sort of sci-fi too. On a fateful flight, a balloonist makes a discovery that changes her life forever. A telegraph operator finds an unexpected companion in the middle of the Amazon. A doctor is beset by seizures, during which he is possessed by a second, more perhaps, version of himself. And in Regency London, a bare-knuckle fighter prepares to face his most fearsome opponent, while a young mother seeks a miraculous cure. It's like I don't know how to talk today. Miraculous cure for her ailing son. At times humorous and irreverent, always moving and deeply urgent, these stories include winners of a National Magazine Award and a Pushcart Prize from the Nile's depths. From the Nile's depths to the highest reaches of the atmosphere, from volcano-wracked islands to an asylum on the outskirts of Rio de Janeiro. Say that.
Rio de Janeiro?
Yeah, Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, no.
I'm struggling today. These past few days have been exhausting with the power and the storm and these are tales of ecstasy, epiphany, and what the New York Times Magazine called the struggle for survival, hand to hand, word to word, by one of the finest prose stylists in American fiction. I really think you could have left out a lot of that, but that's okay. But it sounds interesting. I didn't realize it was a short story collection. I thought it was maybe sorry, just different point of views. Each
points of view.
Yeah, that. And throughout the story. So it didn't click in my head that it was actually, and I don't know why I discovered that. I guess it was on Storygraph listed as short stories, or I don't know, somewhere. I saw it somewhere. So this book is called, don't be fooled, it's not actually this, A Children's Bible by Lydia Millet. I believe it is apocalyptic, semi-apocalyptic, which is why it originally popped up on my radar at least 2 years ago. I went to a bookstore recently, by the way, which I know what you're thinking. Well, obviously, you have books in your hand. I could have ordered them on Amazon. So, no, I met my sister at a bookstore. Well, I met her at a town square, and we went to a bookstore that was there. And every time and it was an independent bookstore. So every time I go into one, I feel like I need to buy something.
Especially when a small business owner.
Yeah. And I'm wandering in there for like ever. So it's like I'm just loitering if I don't buy something. So I bought these two books. I mean, they're both short. They're both books that pique my interest. So this is, I already said what it was called. I'm sorry. I'm a mess. This synopsis says, a children's Bible follows a group of 12 eerily mature children on a forced vacation with their families at a sprawling lakeside mansion. Contemptuous of their parents, the children decide to run away when a destructive storm descends on the summer estate, embarking on a dangerous foray into the apocalyptic chaos outside. Lydia Millet's prophetic and heartbreaking story of generational divide offers a haunting vision of... Don't laugh at me. You laughing at me?
No, not yet.
It's going to happen. What awaits us on the far side of Revelation. So, very interesting. Very short. Very ominous. Hopefully not too sad. Because I think it's just following the children. And I don't want them to be sad or killed, you know.
So, they're brats. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe. They ran off.
I'm kidding. Their parents are probably terrible.
Yeah. Horrible, horrible, horrible people. So, that's my haul. Sorry. I'm sorry. All right? I'm trying here. That's why I have my second iced coffee of the day. That's a problem. That's a problem to talk about another day. Those are my hauls. I hope you enjoyed that. Did you enjoy that? I hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah, I
did. Do either of those pique your interest at all? Maybe this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the possible children. Not the possible reincarnation of Lord of the Flies and some...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. It depends on what you have to say if you read it.
Yeah. If I can get through it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Did you finish anything? I'm like, what's going on?
I have not finished anything.
You have not? Okay.
But
well, you're going to be punished.
Also, I had to update my Storygraph while you were talking because I forgot to add in the other book I was reading.
Good thing I was able to get you a phone charger close to your seat.
Very good. So, of course, I'm still listening to Towers of Midnight. I'm 56% of the way through. It's very good. I was mad at one of the characters recently because she was being stupid. And I just knew she was going to get herself killed. And I was so mad at her.
You idiot.
She survived, so thankfully. And then the book Losing Control and Liking It.
I've heard of that.
Talked about it before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
I hate when it does that.
This is the book that we're reading. The parents are reading
that's
while
right.
the girls
Okay.
are at their Devo, or the high schoolers are at their
That's
Devo.
right. That's right.
So, I actually guesstimated what page I'm on in here. I put 30, but that could be wrong. It could be like 20. I don't know. I read the first 2 chapters.
Yeah.
And so I've got to read the next 2. I don't know if we're going to go over that many chapters again this weekend, but I got to read it between now and Saturday. So
No pressure.
how are you doing on the book you're reading for Bible class?
Good.
Okay.
Well, good. I want to go back and reread the chapters
Mm-hmm.
because we've been listening to it on Everend,
Mm-hmm.
but like we'll listen to it Saturday night or on the way to church Sunday morning,
Yeah.
which is like fine, but I also feel like I could absorb it a little bit better if I just went back and reread the chapters.
Mhm.
So they're not that long, and they're here to help.
Yeah.
So
I want to go back and reread the first 2 chapters as well,
mm-hmm.
just because I didn't give myself time to actually read it and like have an idea of what the chapters were really saying.
Yeah.
So I didn't really talk the last Saturday that we discussed it. Plus, I'm the only single person there, and I'm like, it's fine if everyone else talks. But but I would like to annotate it, I think.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I want to go back, and so that I can absorb it better. But also, I wanted to annotate it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
At least highlight some things, But we are on chapter 5, and it's only 14 main chapters,
Mm-hmm.
so we have to read chapter 5 before Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're currently this is like a quiz for me every time. You're currently reading the How to Lose Control and Be Happy About It.
Losing Control and Liking It,
And
I think is the actual title.
That was close. And the Towers of
Midnight.
I was going to say Midnight.
You did good.
I wasn't confident though.
Losing Control and Liking It.
Okay.
Yes.
But who's that by?
It's by Tim Sanders, I think. Sanford. Tim Sanford. And I think MA means he has a master's degree. Is that what the MA
I think
means?
so, yeah. Ma.
So he actually is like a counselor or whatever. He actually works with teenagers and their families. And so this book is meant to help Christian parents especially to help their children to not like be, what's the word, like I guess angry towards their parents because they have too many rules. Like it's okay to let your child make their own decisions in some things.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to help parents to understand what they can let go of, what they should let go of, and then pick your battles. The things you hear about with your toddlers. Pick your battles.
Yeah.
You don't want them to have a tantrum in public because you made an issue out of something that really didn't need to be an issue.
Yeah.
And it's the same basic premise, I think, for teenagers. I think I do a really good job. I'm not trying to sound like I don't need the book, because I'm sure that I'm going to learn something very beneficial from the book. But I think I've always done a good job of letting my children make their own decisions. Like Ella wanted to get her hair cut one time, and she wanted like a boyish haircut. And both my parents were like, no, you don't need to let her get her hair cut like that. And I'm like, first of all, it's not your decision. I mean, I didn't say that to them. I kept my mouth shut because even as an adult, you should have respect for your parents, and you should try to talk to them properly.
Pick your battles.
Yeah. But it's not your decision.
Yeah.
And my thing was, if it's not a sin, what's the big deal? If she wants a boy haircut, and if it looks stupid, she'll figure it out.
Yeah, she'll be like, dang, I shouldn't have done that.
And her hair will grow out. And if it looks cool and she loves it,
Yeah.
she's not a boy. She doesn't think she's a boy.
Yeah.
I don't know what the big deal is. And it's the same thing about like piercings. Like it's
Right.
not a sin to have a piercing. It's not a sin to have 5 piercings. So if you think it looks stupid, but it's not your ear, so
Right.
it doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah.
And so I try to kind of have that opinion with my kids.
Yeah.
And
As long as it's not going to hurt them.
right. And so, and it's other things too, like, you know, if they have a messy room and you want them to clean it, but they're not cleaning it to your standards, he says, just close the door. You know?
You don't need to look.
Just
You don't
close
need
the
to
door.
see it.
So I think it's really...
I might pick that book up in the future. Just close the door.
I think it's
I do that
now.
now. If I had a door where you couldn't see the sink half the time.
That would help Austin out.
Yeah, you just, boop, not even there.
Just close the door, Austin.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, yeah, I think it's going to have some good insights for me. I'm sure there's some things that are in there that I never thought about or whatever. So.
Yeah, I like it.
Me too. And that's all I'm reading. I mean, I guess I'm technically reading the book I'm writing because I have to go through and read it. But...
Correct, yeah, that makes sense. And one day you'll be able to add it.
That's right.
So we didn't record last week. And let's see. I finished several things. I finished a book and then 3 short stories. I won't like talk too much about them. But the first one I finished was To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers, which I'm pretty sure I didn't talk about this. I think I started it last time we recorded. I didn't finish it by then. I've read the Wayfarers series by Becky Chambers, which was 4 books. I hope I'm right. And I've read Monk and Robot, which is just 2 books by Becky Chambers. I loved all of them. Really like the Wayfarers series because I really enjoy the aspect of everybody just sort of in space, going from places to places and discovering things, figuring out stuff, the relationships and dynamics within the people and people they meet, whatever. And I really like her writing. She writes really well. To Be Taught If Fortunate is probably my favorite out of all of them. It was really, really good. I
good.
really, really liked it. I really liked how she decided to write it out. I wish...
Is this in a series too?
No, but I wish it was. It's basically written out in... It's told from like a normal storyline.
Mm-hmm.
But the main character you're following, who is like narrating the entire time, she's speaking. Sorry, I'm playing with your...
You're fine. I noticed already.
I
didn't say anything because it wasn't bothering me.
Yeah. She's writing to let somebody know back on, I don't remember if it's Earth or not, what's happening to them, why they're at the point that they are at in their travels, and whether their trip has been a success, whether it has not been, why that is, and how they feel about the fact that they left their life behind and like they'll never get it back. They'll never see those people again, never live the life that they had, like this is it. And it was just really, really well written. It was really moving. It was really sweet. And I really liked it. They were going from planet to planet, discovering things, and it was just a fun time. It's kind of a sad time, but it was the way it's written is not a fun, happy-go-lucky story, but I enjoyed it, which that's just my kind of story apparently. So, then I read one of the books in what was it called? A Forward Collection. That's right, the Forward Collection, which is the other sci-fi series I had just finished. And it was called You Have Arrived at Your Destination. I think that one was my least favorite of that whole collection. That one was more like technology is so far advanced that you can go in and sort of pick the genetics with your child. Like you can pick whether it'll be a boy or girl. And you can even go as far as to pick what their potential future will actually be, like what school they will likely choose to attend.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
Yeah, it's like what's the point, you know?
Don't you want your children to have
yeah, like be self-aware
Right.
and pick their own life, have free will?
Yeah, free will.
Yeah, it's just, it's kind of crazy. It ended kind of weird, which it was fine. It was already not going to be a favorite of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gave it like 3 stars. Like, it just was like fine. I could have done without it, which of course, all these little collections, you don't have to read all of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're not related to each other. I just like to. And they're all so short. The next one in that collection was The Last Conversation, and that one was probably my favorite. Well, other than Ark by Veronica Roth, that one was probably my favorite. This one's a close second, though. And if I can remember correctly, it's been a little while now, a couple weeks now. And, I didn't write anything out. It opens up with this person waking up in a bed in like a hospital ward type situation. They're locked in their room. They can't get out of their room, but they're being taken care of or whatever. And they can't remember what happened to them. They don't know why they're there. And the person, whoa, hello? And that was weird. And the person who's taking care of them, they can't see them. They stay behind the glass. They manage to take care of them, but they never see them actually do it. Like, anything that the person ends up needing, I guess, gets done at nighttime. And the patient, I guess, is like, I guess, drugged. It doesn't really say, but that way they don't wake up and see whoever it is, whatever. And it really much English. It pretty much goes from there. The person wondering where they came from, why are they there, who is this person taking care of them, when can I leave this room, and this isn't really too much of a spoiler. It's called The Last Conversation, but there's been some kind of apocalyptic event, and like these 2 people are like the only 2 people basically.
Oh.
But the situation has yet to be revealed and stuff. So it was interesting. I really liked it, how it was laid out and stuff. I think I would have wanted a little bit more clarity, I guess, with this patient. It's kind of, I can't say too much because once you get to the reveal, it's like, oh, okay, you know. That's vague, I know, but but it was good. I can't say much more about it.
It sounds creepy.
It was very creepy, and I understand, like, I want a little bit more clarity with more details about these people, but you can't really have it because that's sort of the mystery of it. So it was good. Then I read the last one in that series, which is called Randomize, and I think that one was fine. I don't really remember what I rated it, if that matters, but it was along the same lines as the other one where it was like, maybe 3 star. Like, it was fine. But it was the ending of the series, and I think it's funny how, I wonder if when, like, Kindle or whoever does it reaches out to these authors, if they tell them what order their story's going to be in the book.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, with Ark, it's almost like you knew in the story the world was going to end, but all of the people were venturing out and creating like a new beginning, and that's the beginning of the collection. Pausing.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, let's see. I don't know what I was.
You were talking about the last
Randomize.
Yeah,
you're right. Okay. And it's funny. That's the last one I read, but my memory might be a little fuzzy on that one more than the others because I think I like the others more. So, but I think this one had to do with generating random numbers for like a casino.
Oh.
So like not generating random numbers. I mean, yes, but the machine, the computer that controls that within the background at the casino, they were coming out with a new one, and this casino that you're basically following, they had to get the new one. So the person who installed it is married to the, like, I don't know if she was the creator or the daughter of the creator of this machine, this smart computer. I don't remember exactly, but they devise a plan to, I don't remember, I can't think of what it's exactly called, but rigging their chances so that they can get filthy stinking rich.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, no, this is a foolproof plan. We won't be caught. Let's do it. And it takes off from there. And I obviously just didn't really care for that one. I mean, it was fine. But none of that really piques my interest all that much. But it was a fine, entertaining story, and it was very short. I think it was, I'm probably wrong. You know, we had this conversation. I'm probably wrong. I think it may have been the shortest one of the stories. So, I mean, I was going to finish it anyway, and I had already read the 5 other stories in the collection, so I was like, may as well read this one. That's a silly reason, but I did. It was fine. They were all good, entertaining, and, you know, we all have different, you know the word. Different I swear I'm losing my mind.
Likes and dislikes?
Yes, but that's not what I want to say.
Preferences?
Yeah. Oh, help me God. Yeah, we all have different preferences. Like I literally just said that.
Not Brick and me together.
I literally just said that. I don't know what y'all were having a problem with. So I finished all of that. I am technically reading 4 books because I have no control. I'm reading the book with our like Sunday school group. Basically, it's not really called Sunday school though when you become an adult. Adult group, discipleship group, which is called Parenting: 14 Gospel Principles That Can Radically Change Your Family by Paul David Tripp. It's good. It's good. Like it. Yeah, fun. I want to go back and cover the chapters again. I'm reading I'm listening to Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll, which I think this is a brand new book. Like, I think this came out this year. Oh, cool. No, I'm lying.
She's a liar.
I've seen it pop up a lot this year. That's what it is.
She's a liar.
I've seen it pop up a lot on
BookTube?
Yeah. I almost said Instagram, and that was yet another lie. It's pretty good. Let me read I'm going to read the AI thrown together little synopsis as opposed to the actual big one. See what happens. I always ignore these. Bright Young Women by Jessica Knoll is a gripping and stimulating novel that will captivate readers who appreciate true crime stories, feminist themes, and stories of female resilience and empowerment, making it a perfect fit for fans of dark, suspenseful, and emotionally charged fiction. I mean, that was decent. I think I'm going to actually read the synopsis. January 15th, 1978 is a night of promise, excitement, and desire. A serial killer's murderous spree in the Pacific Northwest couldn't be further from the minds of the vibrant young women at the top sorority on Florida State University's campus in Tallahassee. I don't know if you caught any of that. That night, Pamela Shoemaker, president of the sorority, makes the unpopular decision to stay home. Startled awake at 3 a.m. by a strange sound, she makes the fatal decision to investigate. What she finds outside her bedroom door is a scene of implausible violence. 2 of her sisters dead, 2 others maimed. On the other side of the country, in Seattle, Tina Cannon has found peace after years of hardship. A chance encounter brings 25-year-old Ruth Wachowski into her life, and they forge an instant connection. But then Ruth goes missing from Lake Sammamish State Park in broad daylight, the same day as another young woman surrounded by thousands of beachgoers. I don't know if any of this sounds vaguely familiar, but we'll get there. Both vanish without a trace. Tina is convinced Ruth was a target of the man papers refer to as the all-American sex killer. When she learns of the massacre in Tallahassee, Tina is convinced it's him again. She rushes to Florida on a collision course with Pamela and one last impending tragedy. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. For the longest time before I actually decided to start listening to it, I was not even sure if this was fiction or nonfiction. Like every time it got brought up in YouTube videos, and maybe I just wasn't paying full attention. But
that's possible.
It's very. But I feel like the way they described the book every time was like it wasn't clear whether or not this was a real story. And but I think I don't want to say inspired because that's almost sort of like what the book is completely not aiming for. But it almost references like Ted Bundy. Like a lot of this stuff is pretty similar to all of like the Ted Bundy stuff.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. If you're into just true crime, you might enjoy this book because it sort of feels like it's almost like a documentary. But it is fiction. It is fiction. And it's pretty good so far. It's maybe I'm thinking of another book. I almost said kind of funny. Because I felt like maybe there were some funny moments, and that might be true, but I think I might be thinking of one of the other books I'm reading. So this is why you don't do this. But it is pretty good. It's kind of sad, obviously, but it's entertaining. It's enthralling. It's almost like like listening. Sorry, that was a long pause. It's almost like listening to a true crime podcast. I guess so. Sort of like that. Where like they go in and they just sort of readdress these cold cases. It's kind of like that. But you're following along with both of these women as they try to figure out who the killer is and get him arrested. So it's very interesting. And they make a note of it in the story to go against all of the almost positive verbiage that people tend to like reference Ted Bundy. They're like, oh, well, he was so handsome. You know, that's how they got you. He was so handsome. He was so sneaky, like positive, why he was able to do everything he was able to do. And the people in the book are like, no, stop doing that. He did it because he's a monster. Like he's not brilliant. There's nothing brilliant about it. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of, I guess it mentions the feminist values. Like it's very kind of empowering. So it's very interesting. But it sort of gives although this is fiction, sort of gives, my words are really failing me today. A good feeling to maybe people who have sort of been in that situation with that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, finally something that doesn't describe this person as handsome or like successful in what he did, you know? So then I started reading. Actually, I think I read this before that one. Anyway, The Mountain in the Sea by Ray Nayler, which I have physically, but I also now have on Kindle Unlimited and might just end up finishing it on Kindle Unlimited. This one's kind of about, it almost has like a Jurassic Park theme to it. Not as intense. Not even that accurate of a description. But it just sort of makes me feel that, like, how they arrive to an island to start doing this research on these creatures that are here. And what's going to come of that? This military, like, protected island and things like that. Oh. So it just sort of makes me think of Jurassic Park. Okay. But I must say, I think I'm getting a little bored with it. I'm not too far in it. I think I'm literally only 20%, which is what this says. Because I've been prioritizing the audiobook if I'm crocheting or something, because, you know, I'm a crocheter now. Or I'll read my Kindle at night, which I know I have this on Kindle Unlimited, but I'm actually reading something else on Kindle. So at night I'll, under the covers, while Austin's sleeping. Oh my gosh. Sleeping. I'll read on my Kindle the other book I'm reading. So, I don't know. When I first picked this up, I thought I was really interested, and I love the cover, as I showed you 2 weeks ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It just feels sort of like a slow start, and maybe that's my problem. Maybe I just want something that's a little quicker lately, which everything else has been. So, not really the book's fault. Although, I did text you, and I was like, this person's name in this book, like, they're setting me up for failure. What is it? Alansetseg, I think is their name. Like, literally. Let me look at our text messages. I was like, there's no way. Altansetseg. Altansetseg. That is the name in this book. Which, everybody's got their unique names. But you mean I'm supposed to read them in my head and say that name every time and yet keep the flow? That's impossible. Altansetseg? So,
are you sure that's how it's supposed to be pronounced?
I know, but that's the only way I can think to pronounce that.
Well, I know you did text me, but
that's exactly how it's spelled. Go on, say it, Becky.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's accurate. Well, is it maybe another language?
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Hold
but
on.
so it's sort of like a sci-fi-ish book. So
I feel
it's
like we need to Google
it's
this.
a far in the future kind of book, still set on Earth. So there's like
They just made up this name.
androids who are basically human, and like there's been wars, and of course so languages and countries have all meshed and figured out other things. So within the story, yes, it might be another
it's
language.
Indonesian.
Okay, there you go.
Hold on.
How do you say it in Indonesian?
We're about to find out, I think.
There's just a lot of them. What? Altsenseg?
That's what it sounded like. We do have headphones on.
I mean, that's right. That's got to be right. But like, no. So when I'm reading the story and I'm coming across this character's name, I'm like, A, that's your name.
That's what I would
because
say.
it slows me down to then have to think, oh, you have to process what you're reading. And then that's a long name. That's a long name.
Why would an American writer, are they American?
I think so.
Why would they use an Indonesian name in a sci-fi book? That's weird.
I don't know. Just sort of.
They are like, this name looks cool, we're going to use it.
And like, you could use Indonesian names. I don't know if they're all long like that. I don't really know. But like, maybe pick a little bit shorter of a name.
Well, something that an American could pronounce.
Yeah, something that a measly little.
No, and no offense actually to Americans, because when I go to Nepal or India with my dad, they have a hard time saying Bob.
Yeah.
And it's just because different languages have different ways of pronouncing letters or, making sounds.
Yeah.
And so when you see a really long name in Indian or from Africa or even Russia, like those names are hard to pronounce because how they say those letters in their language is not how we say them in ours.
Right.
And so it's not that we're stupid.
I'm stupid.
We just don't have the ability to pronounce it the same way.
Right.
So you should pick a name that is maybe pronounceable to a foreign.
Wherever you're planning on selling your book.
Right.
Which I don't know where it's been published at. It doesn't matter. But so like the stories where I left off, I feel like the story was finally starting to come to a point where it was going to become a little bit more interesting than it had been. But I don't know. I sort of not prioritize it at all, and I feel like that's really going to, make me not read it. I might just end up DNFing it. I don't really know.
Oh, that's sad.
It is sad because I feel like I'd like this story, but just I guess where I'm at in life It's like I needed something different. So I then picked up on Kindle. I picked up a book called Mickey 7, which is the first book. I don't know if it's actually a full-length series or if it's just 2 books. But it's actually, there is a film adaptation that is just about to come out, or it is now out. But the film adaptation is called Mickey 17. I will read the synopsis on this one. I'm actually really enjoying this one. It's very funny and very quick, very action-packed, I don't want to say quick and action-packed like it's just nonsensical. So easy to understand, like a child could just easily breeze through the story without even caring, I guess. I don't know. There's more to it, but I guess it's just more entertaining to me right now. So this is the synopsis. So sorry. Dying isn't any fun, but at least it's a living. Oh. Mickey 7 is an expendable, a disposable employee on a human expedition sent to colonize the ice world Nilfhelm. Yeah. Whenever there's a mission that's too dangerous, even suicidal, the crew turns to Mickey. After one iteration dies, a new body is regenerated with most of his memories intact. After 6 deaths, Mickey 7 understands the terms of his deal. And why is it the only colonial position wait, am I reading that sentence right? And why it was, there it goes. There we go. And why it was the only colonial position unfilled when he took it. On a fairly routine scouting mission, Mickey 7 goes missing and is presumed dead. By the time he returns to the colony base, surprisingly helped back by native life, Mickey 7's fate has been sealed. There's a new clone, Mickey 8, reporting for expendable duties. The idea of duplicate expendables is universally loathed, and if caught, they will be likely thrown into the recycler for protein. Oh. Mickey 7 must keep his double a secret from the rest of the colony. Meanwhile, life on Nilfhelm, I'm probably saying that wrong, Niflheim, is getting worse. The atmosphere is unsuitable for humans, food is in short supply, and terraforming is going poorly. The native species are growing curious about their new neighbors, and that curiosity has Commander Marshall very afraid. Ultimately, the survival of both life forms will come down to Mickey 7. That is, if he can just keep from dying for good. So it's very funny. It's a very funny story, and I'm really enjoying it. Mickey 7 and the way he has to interact with this new clone, which I'm so, I guess, shocked by, because knowing their circumstance, when he just walks into the room and like suddenly there he is again, Mickey 8, and he's like, oopsie, they thought I was dead and made a new me. Oh. Like, it's you, like you're looking at you. Knowing their circumstances, I'm surprised they didn't immediately try to like kill each other. Right. So that only one could be there. But it's funny to see how trying to keep it a secret while also trying to successfully do his job as the expendable on this planet is starting to like ruin, I guess, relationships with his friends and I guess what you would call his girlfriend, and trying to keep everything a secret from their boss, their leader, their in charge head honcho guy. Everything's sort of starting to like unravel, and I'm like, and here I am, of course, rooting for Mickey 7 because that's who I started the story off with, and it's literally the same guy. But here I am rooting for him, and I'm like, just kill him, like just kill him, like it's fine, it's so fine, like it's he's literally you. It's a clone of you. And come on, man, just do it.
Come on, man.
But there's a second book, and so far at the rate I'm at, I do plan on reading the second book. And I think, I'm at 63% of this one. And it's actually a very short read. I'm actually surprised I'm not finished with it yet. It's just been a busy time lately, and then by the time I actually have a moment to sit down and read it, the only time that is really at night, because during the day I'm just like crochet and watch true crime, or crochet and listen to my audiobook that's similar to true crime.
Right.
It's a problem. It keeps me on my toes and reminds me to hate people. Just kidding.
Keep the doors locked.
Yeah.
Keep your gun loaded.
Yeah. So, I'm really enjoying the story though. But the idea of an expendable as something you would need in this kind of world and situation is very interesting. I really like that. I'm not saying I would do the job, because you basically sign up you become sort of immortal, but it has its downsides because, I mean, you could, like one instant, this guy, Mickey 7, he's sort of like a historical buff.
Mm-hmm.
So he likes to learn about all of the old colonies that have failed and like why have they failed, even though they had expendables to do the dirty jobs for everybody to keep them alive.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, everybody kept dying because they ended up releasing some horrible virus in their colony and it just killed everybody. But the Mickey guy, the expendable guy, it wasn't Mickey, sorry. Sorry, I'm confusing everybody. I mean, he kept dying over and over again, but he was trying to take care of like everything because everybody else was dead.
Right.
And I mean, and you feel the situations that are killing you. Like you're not numb to everything. Like you're experiencing dying over and over and over again. And I'm like, wow, that's just crazy. But he's the only one who actually like volunteered for this kind of position. And I guess he's starting to realize like, nobody wants to do this. This is pretty awful. And kind of lonely in a way, because a lot of people sort of see him as like an abomination, because once you die, you die, but he comes back many times. So it's very interesting. It's very funny. And I'm actually very interested in seeing the adaptation, seeing how it, correlates to this. Or if I need to see, I might need to read the second one and then watch the movie just in case, because you know.
Yes.
So I like that book a lot though. The second one is called Antimatter Blues. So, and I didn't read the author's name. I'm sorry. It's by Edward Ashton. So I think he's got several sci-fi series, several sci-fi books. I'm not entirely sure, but so far I think I will read something else by him.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see. Sorry, I know I rambled. That's literally all I do when we do this. But I'm done. And I know I couldn't pronounce anything today or speak correctly at all.
It's okay. Maybe it'll be very entertaining. I think you should, when you finally are able to edit the videos, you should do a compilation of bloopers. But I feel like that will be easier than doing a compilation of bloopers with a voice track.
It might be more entertaining than, because if you can see something, it's more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just giving you something extra to do.
Come on. Where's the plate? Let's pile it up.
It's so easy for me. I just drive an hour, do some talking, and go home.
Hang out, eat lunch.
Watch Avatar.
Once I actually get the video editing software and then like know what to do, it'll become easier again.
Yeah.
So
I'm very excited I can't wait to like pull up videos on YouTube and watch this. That sounds very shallow. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to sound shallow.
I can't wait. I will think I will enjoy watching the videos to edit more than I enjoy just listening.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Because it'll still be my voice and I can't stand hearing my voice. So I don't know.
Well, I'm excited about it. So I hope y'all are excited. Well, that's it for me. That's it for you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, as usual, it's wonderful to know there are so many kindred spirits in the world. Thank you, as always, for listening. Please continue to check out the Sideways Sheriff as well, since he does pretty much everything for us. Gets us new things, helps us with technology.
Says, "Oh, bless our hearts."
Yeah, he does that a lot, probably. So, support him too. And then we do have merchandise. So if you ever would like something that we have to offer. We have T-shirts. We need to talk to your mom about getting mugs. We should have mugs. But we have T-shirts. We have bags. We have mouse pads.
Notebooks.
So if you're ever interested in any of that, let us know, because you could support us and advertise us at the same time. So it's a win-win for us. I guess that's it from the from the self advertising section of the broadcast. Until next time, stay happily booked.
Bye.